Welcome to the channel, MCU fans. It is my glorious purpose today to bring you a trailer reaction for Loki Season 2. First of all, I still think Loki is the best MCU show. I mean, it came out, it was like the third or fourth one, and at a time when it was very exciting getting this MCU content at home on Disney+. But where I'm at now, 2 years later since Season 1 of Loki, Disney+ is the worst thing to ever happen to the MCU. But most of these seasons that Disney does, Marvel does, they're just all rushed. They make these weird decisions. They always throw in like a surprise character as like just clickbait almost. And I hate to come out negative. I started this channel doing a Spider-Man trailer reaction for No Way Home. I got an Avengers tattoo. I am sad that we're at this state, but I think Loki Season 2 could be a shining light of hope. I just never really liked Loki as a character. In that show, I was not wanting it, but I fell in love with what they did. It was so crazy tackling his ego through all these different points in time and through different perspectives, and just like the simple fact that he falls in love with himself, he watches a version of himself die at the TVA, all that stuff was cool. And it's going to be dropping this October, which is over 2 years since Season 1, and I think that's because they're kind of like scattering around trying to figure out how to fix things because of Jonathan Majors controversy. I don't want to dive too much into that, but I'm ready to spend more time with Loki and Mobius. 6 episodes wasn't enough. This is one of the most undeniably fun duos. I'm so excited we got a Season 2, and we better see Owen Wilson on a jet ski. It's a go time. Loki Season 2. Finally getting this trailer. Let me move that mouse.
Obi? Hello?
There they are.
We have a little bit of a
Such a weird
situation
couple.
Mobius! Wow!
Oh!
Great to see you again.
I love his voice.
That's what's been happening.
His skin was stretching and shit.
Slipping.
Wait, times you know that?
Yeah.
Time
You've seen
slipping.
that?
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
No. It's impossible to time slip in the TVA.
I know, but we just saw
He's
it.
definitely typecast playing that same type of quirky guy from Everything Everywhere.
Pulled
I'm down with it though. I loved his character.
between the past and the present. Hello?
God, the sets in the show.
There's nothing to stand between this world and utter destruction.
Oh wow, that's Kang's face.
Little good old-fashioned leg work.
So this was at the post-credits of Ant-Man 3, which was the only good scene in that movie.
I take a more slow, deliberate, cerebral approach. It's really goodbye.
Is that a key lime pie? I've never actually seen one, but it's. I figured it'd be green collar, right?
It's up to us
Oh, there's Sylvie.
to save this
I think
place.
she's working at McDonald's in some universe. I remember seeing that set photo.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
Dang, I love the music. What is that song they're doing a riff on? But it's got that creepy Loki synthetic to it.
Choose. Who lives
She was annoying in Season 1.
and who dies.
Make the hard choice.
There's Victor Timely. Oh, shit.
It's on its way.
I love Miss Minutes.
Come on, you're the god of mischief.
Getting epic.
Always
Nice.
Always will be.
Oh, that was a sweet transition. I can't deny it.
A little over the top, don't you think?
I thought it was spot on.
Whoa. Oh, that's just his powers. Man, I love the aesthetic. God, that's so beautiful. I know what you're thinking. Wow, he's so easily amused, but I loved Season 1. I'm telling you, like, I think it's a top 10 MCU project, shows and movies. I mean, a lot of the shows aren't close to the top 10, but I thought Loki was one of the craziest stories they'd ever told, and we're going right back into that tone. The same vibes are on display, and I couldn't be happier. I'm glad that they're not like shifting course, because like I said, with your main actor playing Kang, and he's going to be a part in this season. I saw the poster earlier, and this Victor Timely, which is supposed to be like Kang at the 1800s. I don't know the exact decade or what time period he was in, but yeah, they're going back to him because he knows some information. I when it all was being theorized, I dug into that stuff. But like I said, I've been so burnt out by Marvel and felt so betrayed that they've just done all this quantity over quality with their projects. I know I'm over here stuttering, but I'm seriously like annoyed. Like I trusted them. I thought they were on such a good roll, and yeah, they have not really. They're just treating the audience dumb. You know what I mean? And when you watch something like Oppenheimer and Barbie, which both are good in their own rights, but they are breaking records and bringing people in because people want to think more. They just don't want stuff to just shove popcorn in their face. That's fun, but even that needs to be elevated, like Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning. You got to just have some more to your entertainment value here than just pure entertainment. We want to think. We want to have our minds opened up, you know? And yeah, that's why a lot of like stuff has been successful that actually pushes the boundaries and does experimental stuff with filmmaking. The Batman was really widely loved because it was not your stereotypical approach on a superhero property. Logan, loved. A lot of these have been loved. And even some of the great Marvel movies, they're still kind of formulaic. Endgame is so awesome. I worship that movie. I'm not slandering it, but it still follows the same recipe that Marvel was always known for. But it worked because we loved the chemistry with all those main 6 Avengers, and just getting them done so well, getting a conclusion for all of them was really good. But then you go off and do Hawkeye and nerf Kingpin, and then you do She-Hulk and just throw Hulk and Abomination in there, and they look like fucking green screens, like screensavers. You know, like it looked like a TikTok green screen. It's fucking ridiculous. So you're tainting some of these great characters. And Loki has always been a great villain. People have said that for over a decade now, since Avengers 1. And he's one of the only characters that he doesn't really have too much to lose, you know, as a character. But in the like pulp culture realm of things, he was in Thor Dark World. He's been in a few movies that people didn't love. He wasn't in Love and Thunder, which I was wondering why he was missing from that, because that's another thing. This timeline, all the projects dropping at once, falling all over the place, has made everything so weird and confusing, and there's no consequences, and people just don't care, because you got Loki at the end of the last season freaking out because he just got sent into another time, into another I can't even remember. Pretty much he saw a reality where Kang was ruling, and we were all like, oh shit, 2 years later, and we don't even know where he's at. He should have been in. I was expecting to be in Thor, coming to Thor 4, coming to ask for help, but I guess he's not in that reality that our Thor that we know is in. Thor here could be a fucking cricket or something. I don't know. I'm excited to actually uncover this one and watch some of the breakdowns, because the first season is very well thought out, and it's got good plot twists and just really next level thinking in the fantasy realm. I genuinely praise the hell out of season 1. I don't understand anybody that can complain about it. The only things that I've heard of real complaints is people saying it opened the lid and there's no turning back. I don't blame Loki for that. I think there was already kind of teasing of a multiversal type thing, and Loki is the best thing Marvel has done with the multiverse. Even No Way Home, I loved that movie, but its handling was not fleshed out, didn't make sense. Multiverse of Madness didn't make sense. Loki actually made sense. Even though it might have opened the door to give us all these weird, clunky stories, it made sense, I thought. But another complaint people had was there's just not a lot of action. I mean, the finale of that show was a conversation between him and He Who Remains, who is like the damn overseer of the universe, the guy that has all knowledge. It was so profound, and I loved that. I want stuff like that out of Marvel. We've had years of beating each other up and green screens and CGI. Let's get some compelling dialogue and story directions where we put our characters, our heroes or our villains, in these weird predicaments. And I never thought I'd be on here being so fed up by Marvel, because like I said, I started this channel as a huge Marvel fan, and over the years, I mean, I've only been doing this for 2 years, just the charm has just deteriorated in my delivery on these videos, because I'm just not that pumped up for it anymore, and I think a lot of people aren't either. And same with DC. DC's kind of been in the fucking grave forever. Hopefully they can figure themselves out, but this might be, like I said, it just might be a glimmer of hope, because a lot of us do really have a great respect for that first season. thought it did some really different things in the superhero genre, and I'm very excited. And look at this, all the screen time with these two fellas right here. We love them. Their chemistry is amazing. The sets I was mentioning when the trailer was playing, the sets are so gorgeous in this show, and a lot of it's not on the volume. And when they do get into the volume, it's earned because you're like, oh, we're finally here. Because there was a lot of built sets in these boring, weird rooms that are just like so ominously lit. And that's one of the main things that drew me in to keep watching. I love the way they shot that first season and told the story. And then the title card music is so fucking gorgeous and weird. It's all just the best blend of weird. And it's the best version of a Loki story out there. And yeah, I never thought Marvel could make Loki so cool. I never liked him. And it's crazy that he's the only show that I think they've actually perfected. The other ones are really, there's some that are really great, some that are really bad. I think this is the most perfect show they have, and it could be after Guardians of the Galaxy 3, this could be that 1-2 punch, because Guardians 3 really was good. It was one of their better movies, and I loved where we ended that story. It was amazing. Can't wait to buy that on Blu-ray. And this one might be that second, it's a few months after, but 2 in a row. We could get 2 good ones in a row, and then we get the Marvels. And I think it could be good. I love Nia DaCosta's work in Candyman, but those trailers are so fucking lame. I don't even know. Deep down, I'll never turn my nose up, turn away from this franchise. I hate how it's become a trend to shit on things that were cool because we get new cool things. You know what I mean? Like, Endgame was great, but we got a lot of new great superhero movies since then, so now everybody likes to deteriorate Endgame and act like, oh, it did this wrong, did this weird. It's like, you were there squealing, screaming, kicking your feet up. I saw you right next to me in the same aisle. All of y'all need to stop changing up your perspectives. It's good to like watch something and like see it in a different way, but to do it just to mock it, it's like you're just doing that just for attention or a retweet, whatever. So that's my rant. It's done. I don't know. I just felt a little fired up. I wanted to get on here and talk. I'm testing out this new camera quality. Well, I hope you had a fun time watching the Loki Season 2 trailer here at the Jay Shrey Way. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are on the current predicament with Marvel. Do you think the show might actually end up good? Because it looks very promising in my opinion. That's it for this reaction. See you guys later.